Hey folks, welcome back to Chronos Chess. And in chess, there's nothing more special than to checkmate your opponent with a piece sacrifice. And over the years, I won so many good, so many pretty, beautiful games. But this one I'm about to show you is probably the most special and the most memorable game of my life. It's probably one of the best games I've ever played for one and only reason only. And you're about to find out why. Without further ado, let's jump into the game. As you can see, I have the white pieces, and you might be wondering why we're rated 1500. That's because we played on Lichess, and the thing is, on Lichess ratings are higher because they use a different type of calculation system. Their formula is different. Naturally, it makes the ratings higher. So that is why me and my opponent were rated 1500. I have the white pieces, and my opponent has black. And of course, I started with my favorite one, d4, queen's pawn opening. My opponent answers with d5, and I go into queen's gambit, my favorite opening. Black has a lot of options. They can take the pawn, they can play e6, they can decline the gambits, they can play c6, they can play knight f6, which is a little dubious but playable, I guess. They can play e5 if you want to cheese your opponent, and in this position, my opponent played c6, and I played knight c3. Excuse me, guys. I played knight c3, my opponent played knight f6, I play knight f3, and my opponent goes for bishop g4. And when my opponent goes for, in Slav defense, when my opponent goes for bishop g4, I usually go for knight e5. Not only because it's a sideline, it also threatens to win the bishop pair. And in an open position, having the bishop pair, having the two bishops is an advantage because bishops are long-range pieces, and having them is definitely an advantage. My opponent takes the pawn. I don't care about being down a pawn. I was coming off a loss and I was tilted, so I was basically playing for initiative and tempo. So my opponent retreats their bishop, I keep on pressing, I march down my pawns, I trade down the bishop, I have the bishop pair, and here I make an inaccuracy. I play e3, and instead of e3, I should have played g5, and after g5, bishop d5, I should have played queen c2, threatening the pawn. And let's say, what if black plays, there's e4, and basically, like, claiming the whole center. And yeah, white has a really comfortable position. So, but I didn't see it because we were playing blitz. So instead, I played a3, and my opponent goes for bishop d6, which is considered an inaccuracy, but I think it's a very natural move. Obviously, you want to infiltrate, and I don't see why it's an inaccuracy. And anyway, I take the pawn, and I allow my opponent to infiltrate with their queen, and I have to give up my castling rights, and my opponent takes the pawn. And in this position, I am incredibly in a tough spot because not only is my king vulnerable and wide open, my opponent comes with their knight. So the knight and the queen, they work harmoniously well. They work so good together, and I was basically holding on for dear life. I play queen e2, guarding the second rank, and my opponent takes the pawn. I trade the rooks. I was trying everything I could to trade down and to consolidate because my king was so wide open. So that was my main concern. And I play queen g2, and right in this position my opponent plays knight h2, but I could tell intuitively, I knew that wasn't the right move. If you ask me why, I can't really explain why, but it's just one of those intuitive moves, when you look at a position and you go, maybe this is not the right move. And it was one of them. And I played king g1. My opponent goes back to knight g4, and I play bishop d2, which is kind of funny because the engine considers it a great move, but I think it's one of the most obvious and no-brainer moves in the position. You're trying to activate your bishop and you're trying to get the rook into the game, but Anyway, maybe it's some sort of long-term move that I don't see. Could be a possibility. My opponent goes knight d7, and I bring in my rook. I take the open file, and I play rook f1. My opponent here long castles, and I play knight e1, which is a mistake because after queen g5, my opponent threatens to fork me, and I play yeah I play bishop g3, but just give me a minute. And my opponent does that. And folks, in this position, there's a beautiful move. And I'm gonna wait 5 seconds to see if you can spot it. I'm gonna drink my water. Folks, the move here is queen c6 for bishop a6, crisscross applesauce. As the great Gotham chess says, checkmate. I kid you not, if I hadn't played this game at 1 in the morning, I would have been screaming. I would have probably run around like a maniac because it's finding such an emphatic move at such a difficult position is unbelievable, and to deliver checkmate in such a fashion is fascinating. It just shows that even if you're in a tough position, as long as you have your pieces in harmony, you can wait for the right tactical opportunity, sacrifices, you can actually punish your opponents. And I believe that was the case in this game. Even though I was under pressure the whole game, I was able to consolidate and hold my position. And when my opponent makes a mistake, I was able to punish it. So that is why this game is really special and memorable to me. It's not just about the queen sacrifice. It's also about when you're in a tight position, you need to learn how to defend your position, because all it takes is for chess to come. All it takes in chess is one mistake. While winning, you can just lose in one move, and that's what happened here. And let me know if you guys have any piece sacrifice checkmates like this. If you do, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.